No, actually in Boston. I'm in Somerville, if you know that neighborhood.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know that exact neighborhood. I have an aunt in, I think, Bedford, Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So...
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we are live. Waiting on other people to join here quick, but we're going. We're recording. It's great. I'm extremely excited to have this very cool game that I know nothing about, except that Karen has arranged for this to happen, and I'm extremely excited to check out Legends of the Round Table with everybody. And we have composer Dan Myers joining us tonight. Dan, thank you so much for taking some time and hanging out with us.
Yes, I wish I could say I was the composer. It was Olivier who composed what little original music there is. Most of it's actually medieval music, but I was a performer on this. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, which is awesome. And it was a real treat to get to play this game. Some of the stream folks know, and Dan knows, that Early Music America had asked me to write an article on this game for them, which I actually did finish, and I did submit it, which is great.
Oh, great. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, they asked me to do a very short write-up. So this is not as in-depth as I was originally planning to take it. Once I got their word count, they were just like 1,000 words. And I'm like, that's nothing. I don't have room to say a whole lot, but I did basically do a general summary. And I played a lot of the game because otherwise how am I supposed to comment on what the music is and how it functions? The one thing that I have kind of regretted about this game is that there's nowhere to find a published list of like all the pieces that are included. So for me, I haven't done all the possible alternate endings and gotten to certain scenes. So for all I know, there's yet more music I haven't found. But I played enough that I thought I could give it a decent overview.
This takes me back. I am not in vocal shape to attempt to replicate it today, and I will not attempt it. But I was a countertenor in undergrad, and this used to be my repertoire of material. This title screen music that's so lovely, and I'm excited to hear more of that as we progress. But let's hit new game and do it.
Most of the singing you're going to hear, as well as the narration, is Anna Zema from the Boston Camerata. She recorded all the dialogue and the vocals both in English and French, because of course you can play the game both in English and French, and she is bilingual. So yeah,
very cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
This
The narration is really good. She's very compelling in concert, and it's a really nice fit for this style of game.
Deep in their hearts, humans resemble each other, and that will not change anytime soon.
So the audio should be playing through the Discord? Is that the game audio is playing through the Discord?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make... I'm not, but I will turn it up.
Yeah, you may have to turn on the volume in Discord's management there.
Offer the very best of yourself, day after day, inspired by
So I want to turn on the actual Bardic Knowledge stream, right? That's
right, the video stream in Discord.
We do that to see our...
Ooh, I like looking through multiple panes of stained glass at once there. That was a cool moment.
So as long as your mic is muted, you can undeafen.
Although I'm deafened and
all you have to do is drag the volume slider for the video stream in Discord upwards, and it'll turn on for you.
Okay, let me see if I'm smart enough to do that.
That unison there was so nice.
Wasn't it?
That was nice.
Yeah, the opening here where I kind of enjoy this conceit for the game. I don't know if people caught it, but basically it's like you've got Eleanor of Aquitaine rising up out of her tomb to say, come back and join us in the times where chivalry was a thing, and let's all, participate in the actual legends of King Arthur. And she tells you the four I've lost words at 9 p.m. The four themes like largesse and love and loyalty and whatnot, and those are going to be a kind of a central theme in the gameplay. But then she invites you into the very book that she's holding.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a book of hours, or is it modeled after a book of hours?
It is, and actually, it's fascinating. Almost all of the graphics in this are hand drawn. And the illustrator, it's one illustrator primarily. I mean, he had two assistants, but it was primarily one illustrator, and he spent over a year studying 14th century illuminated manuscripts and then based his drawing style on that. So
yeah, the art's really good.
Julianne's here. Hi, Julianne.
Hi, Julianne.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, friend.
I would have spent like a year studying illuminated manuscripts.
You're on the screen, ma'am.
Oh,
you fit.
I am. Hooray.
Yeah.
I just think this illumination, this visual style is so cool because they were trying to basically like, if the medieval illuminators could have animated their images, what would it have looked like if they could have
It
looked
almost
off
feels
the page?
rotoscoped.
Yeah. It's really amazing. Yo, I'm weird. I'm very stupid, but I'm still not hearing the game audio, and I'm wondering what I'm doing wrong. If I assume it should be through Discord, right?
It is through Discord,
yes.
yeah.
So a thing to make sure is to make sure you have the correct output on your Discord audio.
Oh, now I hear it. Now I hear it. I just found it. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry,
No
I just did it accidentally. Yeah.
Sometimes that's the best way.
Yes.
I love the penciled lines that have been erased. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's such attention to detail in the visual imagery here.
We're gonna get some nice palimpsest.
I know, great word.
That would make me happy.
Oh, I love a palimpsest.
I love a palimpsest.
Oh wait, do we have Latin on that stone?
Of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, of course.
Oh, De Petra, yeah.
So if you choose French, is the song in French as well?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yep. All the singing is in French, and most of the, as you probably recognize, most of the
You have
melodies
to
are.
mute yourself on Discord also. You have to have your muted. But
Am I outgoing?
on- Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can mute myself. All right, is that better?
Yeah. No, we're good.
Okay. Sorry. But yeah, most of the so as you could hear, most of these are actual medieval melodies, but then they wrote new lyrics to the medieval tunes for the narrative parts. So yeah.
Oh,
In both French and English, in fact. Obviously in modern French, because most of that, for instance, this is originally in Occitan, but yeah. So
Yeah.
Amazing.
yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool. Like I remember looking up some of the pieces that I was slightly less familiar with. Like the opening piece is a text by the Comtesse de Dia, but it's not her melody. And
Yeah.
the melody, because she didn't have that, she only has one melody left, and it's not that one.
Yep.
It's like,
It's the one that's in our textbooks.
Right.
Yep,
Right. And
that's it.
But I love the fact that such attention. It's like you've got a female narrator and the female Eleanor of Aquitaine, and they chose a female, Trobyrids. They chose the Comtesse's text. And I just think it's such a cool touch.
I'm
But
really
the
struck by
ordinary
the
player might not
animation
get, but-
here,
right.
and it reminds me very positively of if anybody has seen the team-ups between Whitney Avalon and Hildegard von Blingen,
Yeah.
where they
Holding up
animate
for Hero.
the manuscript style. It recalls that strongly, but at 60 frames a second rather than 24.
I live for a new Hildegard von Blingen drop.
Oh, she just dropped one. What was it?
It was
Wake up.
choosing
Hildegard.
Wessex instead of choosing Texas. It's very good.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What?
God.
Okay, I gotta see that after. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
let's
right
link
after
that
we
in
hang
chat.
up on the audience, Julian, I'll play it for you. It's good.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, you
it
just
for
spiral
everyone.
through all the text options. You know how this kind of game works.
Yeah.
A very wise enchanter
Merlin.
indeed. Put a sword into the stone in front of St. Paul's Cathedral.
Yeah, most of this, plot-wise, most of it is taken either from Mallory or from Chrétien de Troyes. So those are kind of the two main sources, although they borrowed from some smaller sources of Arthurian legend as well. But
Yeah. Yeah, it's very French. Your Arthur here is very, very French.
Yeah.
Turns away. Elias says a knight is waiting for Sir Ector farther down the road.
I want to make a Claire Obscure joke. I don't know. It's like the most French game.
Modern
All right.
French.
I don't think we can out-French that game.
No, but we can go backwards in time further than that, I guess.
That's true. Yeah.
Only if you have the gall to do so. My whole round is dedicated to my one
my
round of
gosh.
the day. Goodbye,
That
everybody.
was great.
Go out on top. That was impeccable. Also, your hair looks phenomenal. How do you do that?
Don't look too closely. I just had a low bun all day, and because I'm not parenting right now, I can let it down. So it's like, oh, my head doesn't hurt anymore.
Yes.
So it
Okay.
just has
Hairs?
that.
Yes.
That
Julianne has a
curl.
wee one.
Where
Very, very wee.
A
do
tiny
I
wee
click?
one.
Yes.
Well, he's
use
bigger
a
now.
horse. Yes.
Oh, there we go.
There
Okay.
you go. Yep.
And then A and D,
It's
our
like-
camera.
Smoothness
Yeah.
of the animations. This animation is so cool.
That one's
It is cool.
Look at our tents. Look at our standards. Oh.
One of the things that I think is so cool that the Illuminator illustrator did was that what I was reading was that they decided they would only use pigments that would have existed at the time. There are no modern pigments used. The whole color scheme is quote unquote authentic to the time. And it's just like, wow, that's such a choice, you know? That's such a cool choice.
That's so fun.
The other choice I like on first
Instagram,
glance,
the pigment historian,
is look at the shape. I'm going to see, I think you guys can see my mouse cursor because it's in game.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the shape of the tree. Like, they don't attempt to do individual leaves here. They keep it, like,
straight out of the book,
shaped, yeah.
Animated.
You know, but like throbbing in the wind. You know.
Well,
I don't know. There's another verb there.
It does look a little bit like the infamous penis tree from that.
It does.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
What the source is. The one with the nun picking penises off the tree. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are trees later in the game that are a little bit more resemblant of that, I feel. That does reoccur.
Both quite excited to fight each other once again.
So here we see the combat
now we're gonna
mechanics.
have a battle tutorial.
Yes, it's turn-based, right?
Yep.
And I have to say that, is this you, Dan?
Yes, one of them is.
Yes.
Is it
It's me,
Sham?
that's me and Krista, yeah.
Nice.
On Sham or what?
Yeah.
On
Sham, yeah, and I do some of the bagpipes. I'm mostly percussion and slide trumpet on this, but there's a little bit of Sham, a little bit of bagpipes in various places. That's also me on the tambourine, but yeah.
Nice.
Not gonna lie, Shams would make me want to go to battle.
Oh yeah, I mean, what says battle better than a Sham? I mean,
Maybe a bagpipe. That's it, like a Scottish bagpipe.
There are bagpipes. They're medieval
There are
bagpipes.
four main types of
We'll get to the
challenges in
bagpipes
the game.
later. Yeah.
Yeah. I found combat can be a little daunting at first. I found it a little challenging to kind of figure out the gameplay. I had to look at a tutorial outside of this to help me to better figure it out faster because I had a time constraint.
Sure.
But
You mean in terms of like being able to like pull the cards to influence things, or
exactly, and figuring out what whether there was any rationale to the color or the type of card, or if it was just the number at first, and also figuring out the different not just the spells, but like it gives you the option of where to hit people, and was there a strategy to that would be useful.
Legends of the Round Table uses a card system instead of dice to determine results. Your deck contains 14 different cards.
Yep.
Numbered
I want to know what the
1 to
colors do.
13,
Come on,
plus
tutorial.
The Grail cards. Each card belongs to one of the 4 chivalric virtues: love, prowess, largesse, and loyalty. These virtues are also linked to the seasons of the year: spring, summer, autumn, and winter, respectively. Seasons mostly come into play when casting spells. Grail cards are special. Their value ranges from 14 to 24, but it's only revealed after the challenge is resolved, meaning you can't predict the outcome in advance. They also don't belong to any virtue, so you can't enhance them with inspiration.
Whatever, we're gonna guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I love little candles in the window. So.
Yep. So you've just increased your chances to 20 here by if you use the prowess card there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Let's
by
do
number.
it.
Yeah.
Sarah, talk again. I think you were doubling.
Am I doubling?
Yeah. It's like you were on that Assassin's Creed stream.
That is sheer.
This is my music right here.
That is sheer comment on the VL, and no one does it better.
Yes. I thought that was her.
Yeah.
Because I was late. Did we go over like Dan, like how you got into this, like the history of the project and how you got into this, and
Nope, we just dived right in.
Yeah, we did.
Just
We did kind of jump right in. We were talking about other stuff before the stream got started and hadn't gotten that far. But yeah,
That's a great question.
take it away.
Hey,
Well, I'll give you the 30-second version of it. Yeah, so it was originally the head of the game studio heard Onozema perform a concert with a small subset of the Boston Camerata up in Montreal and said, "This is wonderful." It was mostly that particular concert was mostly, I think, 14th century polyphony, and he came up and he said, this is what I want for my game, and she agreed to do it, and she went and recorded all of the dialogue and that sort of thing, and then they came down to Boston to record the stuff on site with the rest of the music on site with the rest of us. And it was pretty interesting because Olivier, who was the music director, was fairly young and was much more of a new music guy. Actually, didn't have much experience in early music, and it was pretty clear when he got down that what he was expecting when we said medieval music was Renaissance music. So that was pretty interesting. We had to recalibrate fairly quickly because he's like, well, this wasn't what I was expecting, but he was flexible and so were we, and he was able to sort of like push us in different directions in sort of like, there are times when you will hear sort of like puncte to these medieval dances and stuff that you don't recognize, and it's because we were improvising them. Yeah. He asked us to do that in some cases. But it was a really interesting. We recorded in a very, very large church down here in the Boston area, actually at Boston College. And it was fun. I ended up being the last one there, as a matter of fact, because they had me record almost all the UI sounds. Until about 3 a.m, which is interesting. So the various like trumpet calls and drum hits and like clanks. It was really interesting. I was sitting there with like an iron triangle, and he's like, "Hit it this way, no this way, no let's try this way," that sort of thing. I want more high overtones. I want more. He got very picky about the UI sounds, but I think it was worth it.
Cool.
So
very cool.
Yeah.
Have you come across the term earcon yet?
Me?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite neologisms for things like this, where it's like instead of an icon, an earcon, the sound effect for the user interface.
No, I've never heard that. Yeah.
It's great.
Put that on your CV. I record earcons. Video games.
Could persuade the herald
Is the doubling all gone, by the way?
Yeah, you're set.
Yeah, you're good. Yep.
It's when I go to dark mode, my computer's like, oh no, I forgot how to be.
That's
what happens when I go into dark mode.
I know. Sundown scaries.
Yeah.
The night holds back
My computer isn't old enough to sundown yet. Come on. It's not owned by my work. I had to buy it.
She'll be delighted to choose. When he hears this, Kay sneers. He does not need a lady to be brave. Ulfius starts laughing. Hector rolls his eyes and then thanks his friend.
One of the things I got a kick out of when I was working on the article for this was, going and looking at what people are saying, like what's the commentary, what's the discussion about the game, and everybody's just like, this narrator is so good, this is so brilliant, the voice, and the music. Everybody's talking about like how great it is, how authentic, quote unquote, loaded term, right? But people are so taken by the sound as much as they are by the visuals, and I just love reading about how that works for people, what they're getting from it.
Are you talking about like Steam reviews and stuff? I haven't read them.
Steam reviews, like pop journalism, game reviews.
Make it less blurry.
Like oh, a new game has come out. What are we ranking it? What do we need to know about it? Well, you should hear this music. This is spectacular. Some of them get it right. Some of them are like, listen to those flutes.
Our nights past the majestic gates of London.
I mean,
but they
a recorder was what a flute meant until later.
Yeah, but that's not what that
No, they were accidentally
guy
correct.
6701 on whatever.
HW.com
means
a noble damsel and a gallant knight.
But yeah, no, the reviews are of the sound and the visuals are
from a dream.
Gold star all the way across the board. The reviews for the gameplay are a little more mixed.
The damsel's name is Carenza.
There's the baby. Say hi before he goes to bed.
Yay! Hi, Sebastian.
Oh, look at his cheekers. They're so cute. Look at his cheekers. Is that a baby Bjorn? We've spent so much time with children and baby Bjorns.
That is actually, we have two. That's an Infantino.
Infantino. That's what I have. I have it.
Infantino, wow.
Yep.
We have a Tula, free to grow.
Stop.
That was Micah's baby. I'll tell him in the morning that he missed.
Good, yeah.
This is mine. This is mine. He was busy chewing on cords.
Oh, yes.
I had to drag her out from underneath the desk because she does that when she feels like she's not being paid attention to enough.
That is.
I love her though.
She's
What's
very
her
cute.
We all.
Lena, short for Catalina.
Cute.
Catalina.
Yeah. Yes.
Perfect. No.
Arthur says nothing.
How often do you get to be a baldish, white-haired dude with a white beard, Ryan, as a protagonist, do you think?
Protagonists are usually right?
The bald protagonist is relatively rare. But I feel like
I'm just thinking
a
it's like
Skyrim or a
usually
Diablo look, this exists, right?
Yeah, like it's not impossible, but I was just thinking, like, I think in a lot of games he would have been like young, hotter Arthur.
Well, and interestingly enough, one of the gameplay mechanics that's very funny is as your characters age, the characters age throughout the game, and each of the characters, once they get past a certain age, you have to basically do a saving throw for them to determine if they live another year or not, and they can die at any time if you fail your saving throw, essentially.
Yeah.
Man.
So, yeah.
As somebody who turned off aging in every Sims game I ever played.
Well, but if over the course of the narrative that makes sense, right? Like, we eventually lose track of the father and focus on other characters, right? So why not make that a dice roll? Maybe he lives, maybe he dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
It makes it very interesting because, like, the storylines are obviously heavily drafted from original source material.
Yeah.
But the ways in which they've been sort of plotted out such that you can manipulate aspects of them and who joins your party when and who's going to be at the round table and, were those people ever really together in any of the original sources? It doesn't matter because they're names that you know, but what quests they're going to go on, it could be any of them. It doesn't have to follow the original book. I think it's really interesting the way that they did that so carefully.
That also sounds really cool with, thinking about how, like, what we have are just sort of these fossilized remnants of what was presumably at some point an oral tradition, right? And so there's not saying that this is the only way these stories go. And so in sort of remixing them and allowing new combinations to happen, it allows an experience that probably would not be alien to the people who heard it originally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the original, the later authors of the tradition are coming along centuries after the first mentions of Arthur and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so by that point, it's like you've got all this inherited lore that you're going to be playing with, and you're going to invent new stuff, and you're going to add it onto it. So, why not this?
Pretty much all of the romantic elements. The earliest version that I'm aware of the Arthur legend in English or French really is the alliterative Mort Arthur from the 13th century, and that one is just like, I mean, it's early enough Middle English that it's like you can't read it without a lot of glosses, even if you're kind of a Middle English scholar. And there are none of the, I mean, it's almost more like Old English epics. There's none of the romance that we associate with it. There's no like literal romance, but there's also none of these sort of like romanticized elements. In fact, it's really about Arthur as a, like breaking away from the Roman Empire, and the Romans decide to come and try and reconquer Britain, and he defeats them, and then in fact goes to Rome and overthrows Rome, and that's kind of where that one ends. But it's
Good night, Josephine.
But it's pretty much all battle and like lonely rugged men doing important things, and there's not a round table, there's not any of that stuff, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, can we continue here? No.
Ooh, I like these trees. They make me think of Mario, but also Weeping Willows.
Yeah.
This was one of my favorite things, was honestly just flipping out of the story, a page out of the book, and then realizing that all of this action is taking place in one little inset on one folio.
Yes.
And I just love that as a structural conceit.
All right, we have to figure out how to engage in combat.
Falcon Punch.
Exactly.
A king with emaciated.
Nope. King doesn't have anything to say to us. Big loser. What up, push-up man here?
Oh, that dude's
Knight,
push-up man.
as strong as an ox and as broadly built, trains intensely. He
All right,
seems
here we
to have
go.
enough
He's gonna talk to
stamina
us at least.
Continue all day without tiring.
While doing his
He praised
push-ups.
our
Yes.
hero.
to
In
show
armor.
off.
I mean, doing push-ups in like
Flexing.
a chainmail hauberk, that's impressive.
Admit,
Yeah, it is.
Right.
not
He's
much
flexing.
opposition.
The middle of the day in sunlight, presumably.
Yeah, exactly.
Next to an open fire.
King
Gotta
Totally
be real
realistic.
toasty. Don't want to, you know.
Speaks for itself, he sneers.
Not
Okay.
a lot fan.
Nothing else.
Politics avoidance answer there.
The man
Yeah.
does not need the chimera of a prize at the end of a tournament to make him want to fight. Not a big talker, Brastias shares only that
Oh,
he
but
was
now we have his
captain
name.
of the Royal
Yes.
Guard before King Uther Pendragon died. At the end of the conversation, the knight wasn't even out of breath.
That's Julianne energy right there. Oh, I've talked to a person. I'm going to bed.
It is. It is.
In a pavilion,
That's
two
why I
knights are
think the Ninja
loudly
Sex Party
talking
song
over
Dance
each
Till You
other,
Stop is your anthem.
arguing who
Dance till
will
you
win
stop,
the day's
Till you want to
fight.
go home. This party is great, but not nearly as great
Right.
as being alone.
Let's go back down into London and
So
see if we
good.
can find a lady who will be
Londinium.
our champion.
Yes, we're going to
Londinium,
Londinium.
Brendan. Brian, whatever your.
Random.
Whatever your name is.
I can't remember. Everything is so hard.
It really
I
is.
agree. I agree. Today's been hard. We're just barely gonna get this recording in. It's uploading.
Behind a stall selling rare and precious fabrics, a
turn out? It
bronze-skinned
did.
merchant with a broad
Basil.
smile greets our knight.
All right, I like
I love
Basil the
how-
merchant. Go ahead, Jules.
This narrator sounds like she's reading to a group of people. Like that particular kind of narration, like reading a story to a group of people, or like sort of this epic tale, like
Alpine,
versus
Yep.
other kinds of really good narration, like Baldur's Gate or something like that, where it's also very vivid but in a different sense. Like this is like I'm trying to make this page come alive.
Textures.
I don't know, it's
Like-
just a really
like-
interesting choice. I mean, obvious, but yeah.
Basil is
Like library
delighted to be
story
saying
time
his
is, I think,
wares
mostly
Yes.
where we hear that these
Yeah.
days. We don't
Basil
have,
hopes our
you know,
knight
like
will come
story
back.
time at the pub.
We need more
Um,
adult story times, but and not
Yes.
adult and like sexy, just like adults can do it too. And it's like,
I mean, you
Yes.
could
Complex.
do it with Akatar. You could.
But I think they I know they really wanted to just sort of work out of the Pirates tradition, right? Of this sort of like where you're trying to get people's attention. You are telling a story, it's
Yeah.
that sort of like, it's the same aesthetic that you'd use when you're singing, but just speaking, which is why at least that's what they wanted. Yeah, exactly.
It also works really well for thinking about how it would carry in a space too.
Yeah.
Like that just-
I mean, this is Eleanor. She's still back in her tomb after all. It's gotta resonate through that space, you know.
Soon forget how her
Yeah.
sister has wronged her.
Jordan, yes.
Oh right, the sleeves. I forgot about this quest with the sleeves. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
The odious girl is only interested
I've never
in
read
William,
Akotar.
as if he
I just
were
know
the
that's
best
the,
knight in the
That's the
world.
thing.
Oh, okay. I missed it in the initial conversation. She is the younger sister of the girl in love to our left.
Mm-hmm.
Canoodling.
She'll gladly
I don't think people
accept
use the word
Edgar as
odious
her
enough.
champion.
It's a great
True.
word.
it's true.
He can find her precious sleeves.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll
The
find
young lady
sleeves.
smiled.
You want to go
If
joust? You better
Sir
get a
Ector
sleeve.
could, she would be truly delighted.
I know I'm totally dating myself
The damsel invites
when
our
I say
hero to
this, but
come
when
and
I
talk.
saw this for the first time and did this quest and you had to go hunt for the sleeves, the only thing I could think of was the episode of The Cosby Show where Theo cuts the sleeves off of his very, very expensive sweatshirt. And Dad one day goes, "One day you're going to wear those sleeves." And I was just like, yeah, here we are. We're still looking for the sleeves.
That's it.
That was it.
All right, and this is the end of town. Gestury dude is not actually interactable. And the sleeves are not going to be in the fountain, surely.
I don't know.
All I can say is look everywhere, but this is the kind of game where it's very obvious what you can actually click on and what you can't, and most things you cannot.
They were.
Oh yeah, they were at the pool.
They're filthy. As an activity, I would rather be canoodling than around someone odious. But odious is just the mouthfeel of that word is actually quite good.
Dana, there's no way you like the word canoodle.
I do.
You like the
word. Why wouldn't I?
Because you don't like very similar words like like it's a cutesy word. Like there's a lot of words that you have your list.
Are you telling Dana she's not cute on the live video stream?
No, that's I'm telling her I'm telling her she's wrong about what she likes and doesn't like.
That's so much better.
No, my issue is cutesy shortenings of words. So like calling a husband hubby, I hate it.
Right.
Hubby is a terrible word, and so is
isn't
wifey.
short for anything. It's just silly, and it has the word noodle in it, so I like it.
Oh, I do like both Milady t-shirt and Anna sleeves here.
I do. Yes,
That's
I
pretty
love
good.
those.
Yeah.
Does anybody want a shirt of
really
that?
excellent.
Yeah.
Milady t-shirt.
Does
That's
anybody
awesome.
want a Milady t-shirt? Because I'm in yet another nonsense era.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No more t-shirts.
I'm
just got rid of
I'm
some
looking to improve some of my work medieval attire, right?
Oh,
'Cause I like to wear a
we've
good
got you.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
I know.
Adhere
I like
to
to
it.
wear a good catchy t-shirt, and I'm limiting myself on what I'm allowed to purchase from Gregorian swears because I already have my one.
Okay, wait,
That's
12,
enough.
15.
I try to wear that on the
for
first day of
Arthur.
class.
Wait,
I just
have
did a
to show everybody what Sarah made me. One sec.
Yeah. I was going to go get mine, actually. I just did a concert with Hesperus where we were doing all music that was inspired by readings from medieval bestiaries. And she actually, Tina Chansey, made us all multiple T-shirts with different pictures from medieval bestiaries on them. And we wore the T-shirts in the concert. It was pretty
Love
great.
it.
Yeah.
He
That's
repairs
awesome.
loose seams and swift. Basil hopes our knight will come back to his
Okay. So.
All right,
Alright.
Basil, there we go.
All right.
Filthy sleeves removed from inventory.
As much as I love everything that Gregorian swears has to offer, I chose with the one that says, as per my last email.
Mhm.
And I like to wear that to faculty
still
meetings.
sorrowful.
Yeah, that's the right one. So Sarah gave me a folder the other day. It says nonsense for Dana.
What joy! The sun
And
is
said
immaculate
nonsense
Nice.
is the
Excellent.
transfers
Spite her sister,
to eventually
and to
put
show her
on
gratitude
a
to Hector.
shirt.
Nereus happily agrees to let Hector be her champion.
I wanted a shirt for working out and lifting, and she gave me all the art. It's Trogdor with a dumbbell.
Yes.
I told you whenever you get around to wearing your Trogdor shirt, let me know and I will wear my Trogdor hat.
Amazing. Yeah, the various text that will go around him, big beefy arm, of course. Check out his majesty, consummate V's, and feel the burnination,
Yes.
Yes.
which I'm very proud of. And then I showed it to my friend Rachel, and she's like, "Would Sarah make me one of those?" And I was like, "Yes, just get the shirt you want to put it on, and then we'll go from there."
Nice.
The two guards stop our.
I still can't pass.
Oh, the dot of the I is the
Yeah.
tittle.
Yep, it is.
Oh, it's such a great word.
All right. Where do
It
I go
is.
then
I was going to
to?
write it, but I didn't know
No,
if
you
everybody would know that word.
have to go back to the left to go back up to the tournament field. You
Got
have
it.
to
Okay.
Exit London that way.
Got it.
London's a lot smaller than I remember it.
Right?
Well, this was
Right?
a very long
18th century,
time
yeah.
ago.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's just
and
the size of
probably
a
the
small
animator got
midwestern town back then. No.
Yes.
It's one
And the
city
animator
block.
probably got tired. At least they didn't suffer a fatal heart attack, sparing them from the Black Beast of Ark.
Yes, exactly. The castle of that's the next part. It's the castle of
Will we have to confront the killer rabbit? Because that would be terrible.
It would be.
There
I don't think we're ready for
there
that.
should be a rabbit, yeah.
I think all the rabbits were saved for Inculinati and Scriptorium.
Yes.
Scriptorium's next on my playlist, I think. Although I've really not spent, I haven't spent nearly enough time with Inculinati. That one, it's lovely, but you know, there's only so much that you can do.
But this game needed some violent rabbits. I mean, they're all over the place in 14th century manuscripts, so...
That's why I like
people riding
Inculinati.
snails.
Yeah.
In Inculinati, Hildegard's a baddie. You have to kill her.
Right.
Really?
Tall tree beyond the path. We'll come back here later.
Like, slay Hildegard.
Let's go do the tournament for now. This is cool, though.
She tries to take you out. You got to take her down.
Wow.
If Hildegard takes me out, I probably deserve it.
I don't know. In this game, she's naughty.
Well,
Can you do anything to like induce a migraine or anything like that?
No, but if you have you seen the game at all?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so there, in the one version of the game that you can play where you're dueling each other, and after a certain number of turns, the fires of hell burst up on the side, and you can shove people into them.
Nice.
So if you get close enough to her, and you can kick her and
That's
throw
delightful.
her into the fire.
Wait
Yes.
for a nice signal to announce the
it's a
next
hoot.
battle.
All right, now we have a tournament.
Yes.
Let's do it. Sleeves and all.
Ector and Kay.
Now we can actually.
Emphatically and poetically, the herald proclaims how Aguizens has accomplished such fine feats thanks to his ardor and daring. He also introduces Meliant of Lys, whose strength is well proven. Then it is Ector and Kay's turn. Though Elias praises the experience of the first and the ardor of the second, our knights feel he could have presented them better. Now,
Oh, it's fine.
alas, Arthur loves Kay's sword.
Freaking heralds.
Kay spitefully
no.
accuses his brother of being a bad squire. It's impossible for him to
You're a
fight without his
bad
trusted
squire.
sword. So now, here he is, stuck on the sidelines. Fortunately, Orpheus arrives to fight alongside Ector.
So that's more Dan right there with the percussion, yeah?
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't have saxophones intensifying. We have tambourines intensifying in this game. That's how that works. Occasionally, Doombeck with a Doombeck intensifies. That's when you know it's really serious.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I had this song stuck in my head for
All right.
really long time.
Orpheus is level 10. Level 9. Great. So
Are there no posts at this joust?
I move first. and
No,
then-
this is a very free form joust.
Don't hurt the horse.
The freeform joust it sounds like an Olympic event.
Yes.
Okay. Let's switch knights to Orpheus.
You're gonna have to use all of his movement points just to get him up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we can't actually fight yet. We don't have the range. So we end our turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you learned how to defend against pointed
There's-
sticks?
There's a little tag though.
Yes, with cards.
Those were really nicely done. The little tags.
Yeah.
How did you guys resist the urge to just put 1,000 Monty Python jokes in as Easter eggs?
Well, you have to ask them that. I think it helped that they were, the most of the development team was French Canadian, so probably not as much Monty Python familiarity as might have happened otherwise. But
Okay.
yeah,
Because that would be like almost unbearable. Like I grew up slightly feral, but like Monty Python was a cultural touchstone anyhow. Oh,
yeah, I think maybe not so much if you're a francophone.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We've dehorsed him.
cowardice
There we go.
points.
Oh man.
You do get cowardice points, but I do like that in some cases the horses just evaporate. There's never a horse corpse laying on this
That's good.
ground.
A knight
It
standing
Oh,
helps.
no. That's
Even
fine.
in the bigger
A
battles,
horse.
right?
This seems like we
horses
win.
just sort of like dissolve.
That's all.
The horses just
Melt.
They just disappear.
Corpse.
The horse.
Oh, so little opulence. Should be ashamed.
You can sort of walk through each other's horses, and they'll kind of shift out of the way for you, which is kind of neat.
Okay, we're just going to go with the biggest card and hope we win here. And we
About
do.
right. You.
There we go.
Very good.
Cards are so wiggly.
They are.
I'm just excited.
They really want to remind you that you can use these.
They're saying, pick me.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the thing.
Don't forget.
Odd numbers cause the lance to break, and the Grail is a variable card. I don't trust that. I don't want a 50-50 shot here. We want to land on an even number and keep my lance.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the Grail just now. Yeah.
Hooray!
There we
win.
go. There's a little slide trumpet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your intonation
You
is
too.
Nice little
immaculate.
victory
You're precise
fanfare.
with that slide.
Well, thank you.
So mellow.
Defeated by 2 older warriors.
Okay, I don't like hearing that now that I'm in my 40s. Thank you. We need to, like...
You have a teenager.
I say you talk about playing a bald-haired, white-bearded character. I'm like, I'm going to be playing that in a few years. Like, you know, that's going to be my character in no time. So.
But for now, those who have just fought should go and rest.
I love the layering of the white ink on top of the green. It looks so beautiful with that little bit of translucency.
Feeling ashamed.
What I like is that you can tell that the background was drawn at a different scale, and then you zoom in on it and you put the little tiny figures, and like the fact that you can really see the strokes of the background up close, and the texture even of the parchment, because it was all done on parchment, and you're like, wow, it's so cool to see that texture up close while you're looking at this other detail.
Yes, that is cool. That's why the background is not completely uniform as you ride by. All right, and the sword should be intact. Oh no, get on the horse, sir. Horse, and then
your horse.
Change lanes. Which?
Yeah, gotta go back towards
this
London.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Time to go get that sword.
That's
do
right.
The thing. Yep.
That's a huge project that is now done.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
I feel really good.
Good.
The most important one turned out the best too.
I want to finish a thing, but alas.
Yeah. I would also like to finish a thing.
What's that like?
Right?
Right.
It's rare.
So wait,
I'll
I
tell you
can't
that,
get
it's
past
rare.
here. Did we pass the sword and the stone already?
Do you have a sword and a shield? You need that to go into the Lost Woods.
Shut up.
My goodness.
Ask the crowd where to
Ask
find a
the
sword.
crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go ask the girl that was nice to us here.
Okay, so I saw Anthony Dennis mention medieval times, and I was admittedly distracted with apologies. Did medieval times come up? Because I love me some medieval times.
Just in chat.
I want to go.
Not lucky. The tournament
Well,
blacksmith
theme park
could have
conference
helped
next
him.
year, right?
But Basil is
That is literally what
The man is
the
very ill
reason
today.
that I want to go to the theme park conference is to like have an excuse to do something with like
I
medieval
hope our
times
night
or like
will come.
other extremely committing to the bit themey restaurants.
Yes.
I want to point out
Yes.
that Jordan
Rainforest
Stokes in the
Cafe.
chat is not helpful right now.
Jordan, to be fair, if you got past
Ryan
age
would
5, you
decrepit.
had a pretty darn good chance of making it
Yeah.
well into your 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s. So it really was. The data is so skewed, or the average is so skewed because of all the child mortality.
Yeah.
So
That's
really,
fair.
even, like getting into your 40s was pretty expected.
If
I
you
think
made it
now,
out of childhood.
plague
Or you
aside.
weren't childbearing.
makes me feel better.
Childbearing.
Well, yeah, if you were a male, that's yeah, a childbearing female.
What
Yeah.
a lovely
Although I do remember reading that there was a real, particularly in the 14th and into the early 15th century, like in the Burgundian court, there was a real issue with people dying too young of like severe gastrointestinal ailments because of all the like elaborate feasts they were expected to attend and eat way too much of way too many things.
Like gout.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But Henry VIII, right?
Yeah.
He had the worst diet, and it's like, well, no wonder you were a swollen, cankerous,
Odious.
an odious, cankerous, pustulous, cretin.
Lecherous. Don't forget lecherous.
Yeah, definitely
yes,
lecherous.
yes.
All of the seven deadly
murderous?
sins were in there somewhere.
That too,
Murderous.
It's like, that's
All
what
right.
happens when all you eat
No
is
sword
meat.
in London yet, it seems. Is there anybody here at the tournament we can ask for help?
Gotta talk to the crowd.
Excuse me, has anybody seen a sword?
Leaps for joy. Hector really put up a good fight. His victory has fully restored our honor. Now my sister can cry in shame.
Shaming the
She
sibling.
exclaimed.
That's what life is all about.
Who doesn't want their little sister to cry in shame? I mean,
Carenza must
Yeah.
be at her beloved's bedside, tending his wounds and his self-esteem. Nery's tinkling love rises softly.
softly tinkling.
Nary
Yeah.
opens her eyes. All the nights are gone. The
All right,
damsel
she is not
invites our
useful.
hero to come.
You.
This
What do you know?
night, Lost
Nothing. You.
He's
Arthur
daydreaming.
is unable to rouse.
No.
Tea.
Nobody's looking at
Corporate.
the guy on the horse going, hey!
Right?
A little wary and very. Rastias does not know what to say, so he does not reply.
At least he's not doing
Better to
push-ups
keep your
anymore.
mouth
Right.
shut and let people think you stupid, then open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Yep.
Yep. No more people this way, though. I guess I haven't talked to these first two folks yet.
An elderly knight greets us, dressed in gules and silver
Bodwin.
crosses. The man says,
I want to say
"Bodwin
how
is
much I
very sorry
appreciate
for him.
the
After
narrator
the words
so
of encouragement,
authoritatively pronouncing all
he
of these
tells
names that
Arthur
I've
there is
only
an
read
old man
and never
Oh,
said
yeah.
out loud, and I would not
who
have
might
guessed
be
them
able to help
correctly.
him."
That's been a nightmare doing the radio show because you can't get a real person's name wrong when you introduce a composer with whom you're not familiar. And you don't want to ask somebody how to pronounce their name because it's not like I have an interview with everybody I play on the radio, right? I mean, I own CDs and I play them, right? So I find YouTube clips or interviews where they have said their own name and then match.
I always have a little bit of schadenfreude when you listen to the Harvard student station, which is, you know, primarily classical music station, and they have these students on there who just like egregiously mispronounce composers' names, but with just perfect confidence. And it's like, yep, you go to Harvard.
Oh, gosh. I used to sing with this, like, I think he was like either a physics major or a math major. He was something, but he had a very good singing voice and sang early music with us, but had no knowledge of anything. He was very spacey, and I remember we'd been singing together for months, and all of a sudden he just looks around at everybody and he goes, you know, this music is really interesting. Do we know anything about this? Looks at the music to read the composer's name. Gwillem de Matchett?
Willem to
It's
match
like-
it.
Yeah, we know a little bit about Masho. A little bit.
Love it.
He's
Appreciate
bougie.
it.
He's bougie.
All right.
He's
Most of the
mad
letters
Is
at
the
it.
old
there.
man outside of
The
town the person who lives in the tree? Right. That's the only location we've not been to.
I think living in a tree would be pretty good. Like, compared to some of the other stuff, like, trees are pretty excellent.
Beyond the palisade on the outskirts of London, a moor grows full of wild weeds, and the ancient Roman road runs through it.
I think my husband might be secretly a Roman based on how much he enjoys making the roads in his Pocopia town immaculately straight. That was like his obsession.
It'll last for 1,000 years.
Arthur knocks.
Yeah.
And the door opens.
But has he built any aqueducts?
Yeah.
The aqueduct. I used Not the Messiah to teach about oratorios when I was teaching undergrads, which was very fun.
As in every other oratorio Handel wrote?
No,
There
as
you
in the Monty Python oratorio based on Life of Brian, performed by Eric Idle and Co.
Excellent.
Painted or engraved
You didn't use the Quincy Jones Messiah?
With a humped back.
Mm-mm.
Greets our hero in a weak
A
voice.
soulful celebration?
She's peeling
Or the
lettuce
Young
from
Messiah
yellowish
from 1991. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Oh my gosh. It was a pop Messiah co-produced by American and Irish producers in Dublin in 1991, and you can still find videos of this. It has what's his name from Blood, Sweat and Tears, Phil, the guy who was the trumpet player, and he plays and sings The Trumpet Shall Sound, and it is something else. Let me tell you.
Yes, I think I've seen this because when I'm doing this type of thing, I'm a concert tenor and I sing Messiah regularly for church. But I used to ask my students as an extra credit question come final exam time, because December is also Messiah time. And I would say, I want you to link me to the most ridiculous, most indulgent cadenza that you have for every valley. And the top 3 will be given extra credit by me for my own amusement,
Such a
right?
good assignment. Yeah.
And I've quit doing it because somebody linked me, and I don't know 100% that this is the one you're talking about, but somebody linked me this ridiculous, modern, almost praise worship adjacent take on all of Messiah, and it is terrible. It is absolutely
this the one with, like, the
atrocious.
80s, 90s hair?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think this is the Young Messiah here. I'll put it in the chat. I don't know should I put it in Discord or put it in the Twitch chat, or what would...
You have to send it to somebody in Discord, because only Dana, Karen, Julianne, and myself, I think, can post links in Twitch.
I got it.
And
okay.
that's nothing personal. That is to prevent complete random robots from posting links in chat.
Spamming, yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
We don't
okay.
trust our audience either.
Welcome
I don't understand
to
why.
my Esprit, young squire.
How
Says the
do I
old
rename my
horse
office to my Esplumoir? I'm going to put that on the side.
My Esplumoir.
That's pretty good.
Esplumoir.
Esplumoir. Wow.
That's an amazing word.
Wow.
Mandrake root. He also warns our hero. The mandrake will howl and curse the person who pulls it
All
out
right.
of the ground. It is said. The old man smiles and says,
I'm going to put this in the Teams chat now, and one of you can repost it or not. But here's
Yes,
a link
yes.
to Phil Driscoll doing The Trumpet Shall Sound. It is a thing of beauty. There's also a great sort of Swingle Singers version of Every Valley. Speaking of Every Valley,
Yes.
yeah,
Swingle Singers.
yeah.
Oh,
was that
yes.
time.
Oh, yes, this. Oh, I'm like, wait, Phil Driscoll. Sorry, I just woke up. Yes, this one. This is like the best.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
The dog pays no attention to our hero, so busy.
I
is
see
he
the mandrake. I
scratching
wanna
and
make the
clawing
dog
at
do
the
it.
ground. He must be looking for a long.
So you don't get
forgotten boon
paralyzed?
from a hand-
Right. Or cursed, right? Let's get back on my horse here.
I genuinely enjoy the way that they have illustrated and animated these medieval dogs.
Yeah,
They're just like
it's-
perfect.
They're
The
great,
dog is
yeah.
great.
Stray dogs.
I was actually, Karen, do you remember, was there a cat anywhere? I kept looking because,
No,
every time
no.
I look...
Don't do it. Sorry, Arthur.
No, I was going to do
No.
it. Arthur.
I don't remember coming
The dog
across any
pays
scenes with
no
cats, but I
attention to our
didn't
hero.
do the
So-
entire branching narrative. Like, there are quests I haven't done.
I just wonder because it's like every time I see a cat in a medieval manuscript, I'm like, has this person ever seen an actual cat before?
No.
I just, yeah. Their cats, for some reason, are always the worst drawn animals in medieval manuscripts.
To
Yes.
be
They have
fair,
those-
though, I see your medieval manuscript cat, and I raise you like Renaissance painters depicting Mary nursing the baby Jesus.
True.
Or just any baby Jesus.
Fair point.
Or just baby Jesus in general, where
It's
he's
so
like jacked.
uncomfortable.
Yep.
This is
that
my
old blog
favorite
about ugly
little
babies in
homunculus
Renaissance
moment.
art was
Yes. Was there a
I
bone
love
or
this.
something in here I could pick up?
Boner.
I love ugly baby Jesuses. I love
Julian, go to bed.
collecting them.
I'm so tired.
You could kill the old man and take his bones.
oh, that's not creepy.
No, it's not creepy. That's totally video game logic. That's how this works.
Then
Maybe he has a
No.
pot of food.
Arthur as the esprit moire
I mean, not all
d'or.
video games. Undertale taught us to think before we
This plant
genocide.
has human-shaped roots
Yeah.
and is male. Arthur.
Born from the
Alongside
seed of the
lies.
hanged. Oh ho 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 ho
Arthur
ho
says
ho.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
might
that's
be able
really
to do
something.
that. Let's check, Jordan.
So my hydration right now, speaking of the 3 beverage theory, I have yuzu vanilla seltzer from
Ooh.
Whole Foods.
That sounds excellent.
I'm very happy with it.
Coming right after the seed of the hanged, I was really worried about what you were going to say there, but I'm glad it's just using vanilla.
Yuzu vanilla.
I'm drinking the blood of the innocent.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not so
It's not
much.
blood.
No, cannot reach the ropes. I want to be able to motivate the dog. There's got to be a way
The
to do
dog
it.
pays no attention to
I
our
love
hero.
this music right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, there's more
gonna
rope
find a
next to the.
drink.
There's more rope next to the tree, Ryan.
Okay,
Ryan, there was more rope next to the tree.
I see it.
Look,
Yep.
look.
There you go.
There's rope by the tree.
This rope.
This rope. There you go.
Oh yeah. That dog's feet look a little funky.
I was about to ask
Well,
chat,
you know.
like, what is
Using the
something to
rope,
imbibe
Arthur approaches
that would
the
be,
dog,
be
who's
medieval?
close to
But I
ground.
realized, like,
Beer.
other than beer,
Of course.
Sorry.
I was going to say mead, but I did not have the opportunity to go out and purchase any mead today.
I realized I have
Stern words.
several
Arthur coaxes the dog into
monk-made
letting him approach.
liqueurs downstairs.
Whistles, and the
So
dog
I could do
runs off at full
Benedictine,
speed,
right?
Pulling out the magic plant, which
Diet
screams
root beer is
Sure
the
do.
best I
Arthur
can do.
retrieves the man.
Best I can do.
I will be right
Alright,
back.
yay,
I'm going
Mandrake.
to procure something made by some monks.
There you go.
Nice.
Chartreuse? What? Okay.
Oh, wait, got to give that to the old man. Yeah, I wonder if I could arrange to have a drink brought to me. That's
If
With
you
a,
pay
with a
20
snap
bucks.
of your fingers.
shut up, Sarah.
Oh, I just found out that apparently my children will fight for the right to have a mediocrely made axolotl crocheted toy and are willing to clean their rooms to do that. If I had known this, I would have learned this a
Then
long
Arthur
time
nods to
ago.
Arthur as the esprit
you
moire
go.
door closes.
Oh, that's such a clever pseudonym there. Oh, ho, ho,
yes,
ho.
yes.
The old man is delighted. To thank our hero, he gives him a grimoire and a purse full of pebbles. Use the inscription inside to enchant the purse, says Linner.
Oh, I like the
McCormick.
quotey voice.
With a wink, he adds that there is indeed a sword along the way, beyond the
Yes,
guards
yes, that's what I
posted in
figured.
front of the stone
Yes, I have
enclosure
to say we did our
inside
playthrough with the original team when we did the first playthrough of the release, and we did it in French. The conversation was also in French, and I am not much of a French speaker, but I have to say her overall delivery is even more dramatic in French. So
I love it.
it's very effective. Yeah.
All right, 2 cards from different seasons.
Yeah.
Very good. Let's use our low loyalty card since it seems it doesn't matter here. Very good.
Illusion.
When Arthur had
Yes, now we have a purse full of gems, which we can use to bribe the guards.
Hmm.
Getting closer to that sword all the time.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, it's all really just one big fetch quest, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but
that's
A,
mostly what the game is, honestly.
Well, I'm saying the
Yeah.
whole idea of trying to get the sword in the stone, like that's really what you're doing. Is like, well, I gotta go get this thing.
but I like
And
that
it's
you
just-
have to actively move from place to place, unlike, say, a Phoenix Wright game or Danganronpa, which half the time just provides you dialogue to click through, right? Having to move keeps it feeling more like a traditional 90s PC adventure game as opposed to the more modern visual novel style.
Also, I just love looking at the art.
Well, some of the quests
Look at this
have
parallax.
very interestingly structured settings, like with little hidden doors and passageways that go certain places and whatnot. And it is kind of interesting to have to move through all of those spaces and navigate them and figure out how to open up some of them.
2 guards.
And then
Stop
having
our
to go
hero
back
again.
and click through the
He
dialogue
may
to get to
not
the one
pass.
thing that somebody's going to tell you that solves the problem.
Guards open their eyes
But there's a lot of
wide
moving and clicking and
pounce on the
moving and clicking. And here we go.
That's it.
Among the silence and the cold, a sword rises up from the
Yay.
stone.
Recordings.
Is that not the prize for the
Receipt
tournament?
has been confirmed of the recordings.
Cool.
Very good.
Oh, let's go grab that their sword.
And now I'm gonna sip this chartreuse.
Yep. Da 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 da. No, just kidding. Wrong sword.
I see the sword there gleaming, and
Ooh, listen
I,
up.
silent and trembling, approach the rock to seize the sword. Oh, what rare and you! What have you done? Cries an angry voice to the terrified
I love
Arthur.
that it stops
Get
in
out
the middle of the
here,
phrase.
You beardless
Yep.
squire.
What are
Do
you doing,
think
man?
You are the next high king. Lot mocks Arthur, shoving him out of the way. He, one of the top knights, just cannot bring himself to give up. He yanks on the hilt of the sword, but
That really hurt my arm, man.
budge an inch.
Well, now I want to watch Sword in the Stone.
Long to the crowd gathers, observed by so many knights. Lot finally gives in. People look on in amazement. Arthur approaches the sword. Now they see the sword there gleaming, the crowd all silent and trembling. With wonderment in awe they gaze, for Lot is so virulent. Arthur cries a voice so old, the day has come just as foretold. And now take the sword, for you are the one. You are Uther and I grandson. By my own hand, you are the true heir. So
12 points of glory. Love it.
Are those all discrete vocation levels? Did you just go up 2, or is it just 1?
I don't know. I think it was 2 there. Fine with me.
One would hope for Sword in the Stone moment that deserves a little extra oomph.
Is this also slide trumpet?
That's it. Yep.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Hooray.
Hector,
Oh, you
earned
got
some
12
stuff.
vocation points, man.
Yes, yes.
Well, yeah. You're an heir, right?
Well, now you're not even an heir. Now you're the king.
Well,
You done
that's a pretty
inherited
big
it.
vocation, I'd say.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
These ornaments are like crispier than like a kettle chip. They are so clean.
Well, that's all
The
Shira
vocal
still, right?
ornaments, too.
I know, I love it.
Yeah, it's all Shira. It's like some of the harp is Krista and some of it's Shira, but all the VL is Shira.
Yeah.
The VL killing is just killing it. Like it's killing me.
Oh yeah,
So good.
it's great.
Shira has that effect on people.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
Sure does.
turn the page.
Oh, and she was like, she had just come in from the West
There we
Coast
go.
too, and was like intensely jet lagged, and she was just like killing it anyway.
Yeah.
I can imagine that.
To-
Just sitting there and being like, what are we doing? Perfect.
To Jordan in the chat, one of my very first games was this PC port of the arcade game Dig Dug for IBM DOS PC, just called Digger. And
Yes.
my first
Oh, no.
PC was not the one my dad had at home in the 80s, the old IBM XT. My first PC was Dad had to take me to work for some reason. Mom could not watch me, and growing up I had mostly a stay-at-home mom. She had some part-time jobs here and there, but she was by and large a stay-at-home mom who raised two boys. Dad had to take me. My first computer I played this game on was the U.S. Navy mainframe at the ASO Naval Base in Philadelphia. And you want to talk about a fast computer in 1987. And of course the instructions
Top
were not designed to account for CPU speed. The game would go as fast as the computer would run it.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, the Navy base's mainframe computer, which my dad had access to and just sat me down to play on it because it was the biggest screen and therefore I was the most distracted by it. You could barely hear a sound out of this thing. It was all 4 octaves too high. And that was my first experience with a computer game. Just absolutely zooming through time.
We played Digger.
Here's
on my dad's computer at work, but it was not as fast as the Navy computer.
Speaking of which, here's a little bagpipe. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Vanguard center rear.
I'm always fascinated with like how people learn to play the bagpipe in the modern era. It's like I can't really practice in my house.
Oh, I
How do I
can.
practice for my bagpipe lessons without
I mean,
my
a lot of-
neighbors killing
A lot of
me?
the historical ones, most of the historical ones are quieter than the Highland pipes. Like Highland pipes are very loud by the typical Scottish pipes, the Great Highland bagpipes. They're very loud by bagpipe standards. I actually have a set of Humilton with a very little quiet Renaissance bagpipe in there that you can play with recorders. They're quiet enough you can play them with anything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
Those are
yeah.
the ones you brought.
So
you
is
brought
that
those
the
to show
secret?
our
Do you
students.
just like start with that?
Yeah, and I mean, I think most people started. I mean, the way I started, the way my teacher started playing historical bagpipes is, when you're already in early music and you get hired for a gig, and somebody's like, "You play bagpipes, right?" And you're like, "Yes, I do," and then you figure it out before the gig, at least functionally. So,
Wow.
That sounds like sage advice.
hey, if it was good enough for Tom Zajac, it's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
College of Worcester here in Ohio has a bagpipe band that, if you play bagpipes, you can get a pretty decent scholarship to go to the college. And it is in
Nice.
rural Ohio, so they can practice out in a field and no
mean-
one is bothered.
Yeah.
Worcester isn't as rural as like parts of Ohio I grew up in.
That's true. It has
Like, there's
it has
people
become
there.
less so, but they have some wide open spaces there
They
able
do.
to hold these rehearsals.
So, the church I work at is Presbyterian. And so Presbyterian church is Scottish. And so every year at Reformation Sunday, we sing Ein Feste Borg, as you do. But we
Unser
also-
Gott.
Yes, but also we have somebody come in with Highland pipes and play them inside the church.
That's
And
a
that
bad
is a-
idea.
Bad idea.
Wow.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's terrible. And they make the organist play with them for like the processional. And it's like you have to like be tuning to this. And I'm like, there are other kinds of bagpipes.
Yeah.
So go inside. Why?
Every
But they
now and
really
then you'll
love
get a
Highland
wedding
Cathedral.
where they'll have the recessional will be a bagpiper and they'll like lead them out of the church or something. And same, it's always like, oh, it's so loud.
Yeah.
Like, could you just start outside and like lure them out?
Well, it's
Pied
hard
Piper?
for a lot of people to play with
Lord
church
them.
organs too, because like the pitch for Highland bagpipes, the desired pitch keeps rising and rising and rising to this point where most most bagpipe bands at this point are like, they're written in A. Speaking in 440 terms, they're pitched somewhere between B flat and B natural, and it gets closer to B natural all the time, but it's still in the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to like do some tuning in order to play with an organ, and some people make the effort and some people do not.
It just sounds
We have the
painful.
same bagpiper every year, although his daughter, I think, is also a bagpipe apprentice, and so the two of them will do stuff in the courtyard afterwards. But they always do a Highland Cathedral, and I think they've just precisely calibrated this bagpipe, this organ, these two humans, and they do it every year. And I'm like, this is outside music. Crazy people. And they make the pastors wear kilts.
Wow, that's committed.
That's dedication.
Okay.
Yeah, I like doing presentations on historical bagpipes and the different types and approaches they can have. I have somewhere in that closet back there, I have 8 different sets of bagpipes. So
Cool. It's awesome.
yeah.
I love it.
I know that our students were very excited about the set that you brought to school a couple of months ago.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was glad to be able to show off. We didn't get a lot of time to play with the other toys, but it was fun to do some of that.
Yeah, it was great. Dan came down and coached our recorder ensemble at Hart and did a
Cool.
little talk about performing, on early instruments and kind of like, what that means and how we
Ooh,
approach it.
8383.
Very good.
Maybe we should manage it ourselves here. The warning was the auto battler is great if you're clearly going to win. Otherwise,
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I lost a lot of battles with the auto battler. I did.
I love the chessboard.
yes, this is great.
Strategy time.
I love how the attention to detail is so great that like the person's hand is way too big or it's too big, like
Yes,
their hands
yes.
are so disproportionate to their bodies, and I'm like, it feels so good to see that. it's just those little tidbits of details where you're just like, that's somebody who's paying attention.
Such a catchy track for this battle.
Yeah.
I accidentally
hope they
left the
eventually-
coupler on. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's just reading chat.
Yeah.
It's so rare for her to do anything like that. Like, she's such an impeccable musician, and we just like, I jumped like out of my skin because it was like not just 4 and 8 footers, but it was like the tuba mirabilis or something. It was either the tuba mirabilis or the trompette en chamade, and it was just like, whoa, like,
Yeah.
wake you up.
Just making sure you're awake.
All right.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
here we
which
go.
is
We've all
important
moved.
after the sermon because members of the choir may drowse.
So here's an interesting thing for Jordan in the chat here, talking about how people invented the bagpipes. There are a lot of theories about that. I think the theory that makes the most sense to me is that in the Middle Age, well, we know that going back to ancient times, right, especially the aulos and stuff like that, they pretty clearly played some of those reed instruments with circular breathing, and it seems, because bagpipes came along later, that bagpipes were a crutch invented for people who couldn't learn to circular breathe, which is me among other people. So
That's
there you go.
interesting.
It's
That's
Well,
amazing.
you know,
It sprung
we
from
aim to
failure.
please, Jordan. So I take my bagpipes very seriously. I'm a serious bagpipe geek. So yeah.
Oh,
Got it.
really
Oh, I wish I had a way to send you a picture. We were in the Netherlands earlier this summer for my husband's work, and we went to Kasteel de Gaar, which is on the foundation of this very old medieval building, but it was completely rebuilt in basically entirely rebuilt in the late 19th century, but to look medieval. And so you have all of this artwork that's like, this is what medieval instruments look like. And there's an amazing one of a bagpipe. I'm going to see if I can send it somehow in the Teams chat because I was just like, what is this thing? It took me a while to figure out it was intended to be a bagpipe.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. It was like, why is this person... What?
Oh no, fail.
Ryan!
I know. It's okay.
-1 large S. There you go.
Now you're much stingier.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, difficulty 12, we can actually take that down there. All right.
Yeah, like I said, when the Doombeck comes in, this is when you know it's serious business.
You know what? So be it.
Let's see if I can plop this here in. Can I?
Where are you plopping it?
I'm trying to see if I can plop it into the. I don't think Teams will let me do that. I'm just gonna share a picture. Like, just make me be the weird musician for a second. I know this is gonna be funky screen sharing. It doesn't have to be good. See if hopefully I won't break it.
Yes.
Wow, that's supposed to be a bagpipe?
It took us a while to figure out that.
I mean, there is a bag. I see it. It doesn't look like it's connected to the pipe in any way.
Right.
Yeah, it took us a while to figure out that the bag was part of it, but it was just like, what?
Yeah, no.
That actually, there is a type of medieval bagpipe that looks sort of like that with the double
with
chanter.
no drones.
With no, well, yeah, it's a double. Well, the drone is parallel to the chanter, and it has one hole on it that allows you to change the drone between the tonic and the fifth, basically. So, or some of them you could move it up or down by one step. It depends. So yeah, there's a maker in Spain that makes reproduction bagpipes like that. Wow, though.
You could also be a little gremlin playing.
Cute.
That's adorable.
Then there was like one actual historical thing. And
Get your gremlin. Yeah.
There's also a bagpipe gremlin.
Oh yeah, there
we
go.
That. It's a good one.
Like, anyhow, those were like, there was an actual like choir book, and I was like, ooh, what's the provenance of this? And like all of this, and they were like, in the Renaissance, everybody sang off of one book, and that's why it's so big. And I was like, I think I might not be the correct. I might be expecting a level of detailed knowledge that is not reasonable for the
You're
volunteers
not their
at
target
this place.
audience.
I am not their target audience, which is a recurring thing.
I remember being in Rome once and seeing somebody giving a tour to a bunch of Americans. It's Italian but speaking in English, and somebody asked what an inscription on a building meant, a Latin inscription, and he's like, "Oh, nobody understands that anymore."
That just means I don't want to explain this for the 100th
exactly.
time.
Right. Like, oh, nobody knows what that means anymore.
Oh man,
That's
there were
special.
also a bunch of like cornettos that looked like they were being played like Homer Simpson going saxophone. Like, it was like they were trying so hard to make it look old, man.
Wow.
That's cute.
Why? Okay, there we go.
I really hope they get around to releasing this soundtrack as
that'd be awesome.
separate purchasable thing. A lot of folks were asking about it.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, like again, as I was reading through like Steam discussion boards and game reviews and whatnot, I was like, man, I wish I could just take this music and listen to it separately. Yes. I wish that, and somebody was talking about how they had heard a rumor that the game devs were going to release it as like a DLC, maybe even with like extended material, but I don't know that they've done anything. I've not been able to corroborate that they're actually going to work on expansions of the tales.
I wonder if we'd get paid more. That would be exciting.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Yes,
You
please.
should get a cut of the recording, right? You know, the
Yeah, I mean, if they release it as a separate
Residuals.
recording, yeah.
Yeah.
that would be very cool. I mean,
Yeah.
at the very least, they should publish the contents, the soundtrack contents, because there's nowhere to find a list of all of the music that's in the game.
I could probably send you one, Karen. I think I probably still have it somewhere.
Oh, sure,
But-
sure, and I'd love that. That would be great. But just for the folks that are asking, they're like,
The
I wish I
people.
could find the name of that tune.
The peasants.
The people who are obviously not into early music at all, but they're like, what's the name of that song that goes doo 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 when the battle? And it's like
Exactly.
they don't have any way of finding out that it's a real piece.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe I should just do everyone a solid and go post it in on Steam, in a thread on Steam or something.
That'd be awesome. Actually,
Yeah.
there the game I'm in the game devs Discord,
Mhm.
and I even posted in there. I was like, did I miss it? Is there a soundtrack list anywhere? And they're like, yeah, no, sorry. I'm like, thanks.
That is one of the downsides of using pre-existing music, though, is because if you have to license music and it is still under copyright, you have to publish that information somewhere that you got
Mhm.
permission. And
Yeah.
so it would be nice if that became a norm. But there's
Would be.
this without the legal expectation, I understand why it doesn't happen. Why is that dude's sword on fire?
He's
Why
the boss.
isn't your
Why
sword
wouldn't
on
it be?
fire?
That's
Sarah.
awesome.
Right.
Yeah, I fail to see the problem.
No. It just seemed like everybody else was having to do normalist shit. And how do we get a fiery sword?
You coat it
We just
in
got like a big
something
pointy
flammable.
stick thing.
Maybe he used his grill card.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
Mm,
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. We're going to try it this way here.
At least our wounds will be cauterized.
that did take a turn, Jordan. I was going to, until I read the rest of the comment, I was going to say our local chocolate place that I love, and that was the source of my emergency chocolate when I hosted the game conference. They sell.
Malleus.
They call them sweet slips. They're like where they like mess something up, but
Oh.
so they're cheap
That's cute, though.
because they aren't pretty, but they're wonderful. It'll be
They're
like,
seconds.
oh no, this thing had too much chocolate on it. like,
Darn.
Oh
it's a
no.
weird shape. Oh no. But yeah, you can just buy bags of them, like massive bags of them. It's the best.
I've actually had fentanyl one time in a medicinal setting.
Why?
Because I had my tonsils out and I kept bleeding. And they had to transfer me to a different ER. And so I ended up having morphine and then like one dose of fentanyl. And they were like, can you walk to the car for the transfer? And I was like, no. That was the same set of ER visits where I bought the morphine soup pot because when
Oh my
they
gosh.
do not take away your phone, and you're just on meds and they don't take away your phone. And so I bought like
Oh, boy.
a Le Creuset
Oh, man.
enameled cast iron soup pot then showed up a couple days later. It was
They're
on
really
sale.
good,
yes.
though. That's really good cookware, so.
It
And
is.
it was
Yeah,
on
don't
sale.
regret
I'm
it.
a good
Yeah.
Midwestern girl. It was on sale.
I was just reading, and it was in the article that I just sent all the chat folks 2 days ago or something about all the cookware and how it's all devalued and not good
yeah.
anymore. And they were talking about that specifically being like not so great anymore. Like it used to be. Vintage is fine, but like the new stuff is not apparently quite up to snuff. So it kind of makes me feel better about not purchasing any of it. I'm still rocking the 60s Pyrex over here.
It's
Or back when it was borosilicate.
when it was
instead
actually
of
borosilicate
soda ash.
glass. That, yeah.
Although
That-
I do have to check
I knew some of
because,
that. when you
know,
posted
you know
that.
the white Pyrex, the Corningware with the
Yeah.
little tiny blue cornflower emblem on
Yeah.
it, you know that. So I had a couple of them, and I was joking to. I have a friend of mine that is a major thrifter, and like this is a significant portion of how he spends his day and his career is basically like thrifting and reselling and thrifting and reselling. And I had mentioned to him once, I was like, you know, I think that at some point it would be really cool to have a collection of the stuff. And he showed up at my house one day and dropped an entire cardboard box of it off. And he's like, I wanted this out of my basement. You can have it all. and I have nowhere to put it, and it's just sitting in the hallway, and it's been sitting in the hallway for like 2 years because I don't have anywhere to put it, and I have to check.
We are going to lose this
like
combat.
The good stuff.
Time.
So we're going to try to sound the retreat and keep some people alive here.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Okay, there we go. Run away!
5, no, 3, sir, 3.
All right, we'll put Sir Kay out onto the field.
It did help our cohesion, though, amazingly enough.
Well, you know what? You didn't leave anybody behind. That's pretty good for troop cohesion.
That's true.
I'm glad you like that story, Dana, because it is such a ridiculous
Every time
story
you
that
tell
I
it.
get a lot of mileage out of it.
Also because you've made me meals in the morphine soup pot, and it makes it sound like there's morphine in whatever you're making. So there's there's a touch of that to it every time, which is amusing.
No morphine, just a shit ton of butter.
Yeah.
I was also thinking it was like some kind of like unusual merch for the band Morphine that was like a Morphine logo soup pot or something. I don't know.
That would be good.
Nope, just a cheery sunshine yellow enameled cast iron soup pot.
That's pretty wonderful.
That's the right choice.
We shouldn't have messed with the guy with the fire sword. We should have taken him more seriously. Also, look at his hat.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell how seriously you should take someone by their hat.
Although speaking of taking things seriously, I do have to say one of the things I really liked about the way Olivier did things with the music in this is, you know, you've got all these, you know, places where you have to prolong the music because the action is still going on.
Yeah,
And he
like
was
this combat.
Exactly, and he was very careful to like, it always loops back to a sensible point. There are never any jump cuts that make you think, oh, well, what the heck happened there? And in fact, we had to play, finish, basically, sort of artificial finishes to some of these things so that they could suddenly be put in, but like, it always either loops back or it ends in a way that makes musical sense, which, they could have not paid that much attention to detail and just like cut it off or faded it out or something like that, but they really didn't want to do that, which I thought was pretty great.
Yeah. So how
Yeah,
many versions or takes of each thing do you think you ended up doing?
It depends. It depends on which tune it was and whether we had to like improvise parts of it or whether, he wanted like, okay, we need to do like, I think some of them we did as many as like 4 different endings for. So again, if they had to like abruptly end something, but they were different lengths. It's like, okay, we're going to do one that's a bar. Now we're going to do one that's a bar and a half. Now we're going to do one that's 2 bars, something like that. So that they could patch it on whatever, to fit the time.
Wow. That is a lot of detail. That's really cool.
It is.
Because it's like, I know most of these pieces pretty well.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of times where I didn't even notice. Where I was like, wait a second, that's not, what just happened? I thought it was very smooth.
Yeah. It's really well done, I think.
Oh, this guy's out of points now. Okay.
We have some vocal tracks.
Yeah.
Jordan. Yes.
There are definitely a lot of vocal tracks.
There's
Yes.
some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
This first stretch is a little lengthy because we haven't even gotten to the round table yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's basically the whole game starts after this. All the branching
long
quests.
intro.
It really is. I was
It is.
sort of
Yeah.
taken aback by that, and I think that when you read
Part
some
of that is
the,
there's enough mechanics. You don't want to overwhelm the player, right?
it is a lot. I think it's a hefty learning curve. And I don't mind this length. I think what people have critiqued is that once you get into the quests, you can get through the game in a reasonably short amount of time, and it makes it feel like with this long intro that the rest of the game is going to be proportionately as long, and it doesn't feel like it is that way for a lot of folks. Like, you spend so much time getting things down, if you choose to do that, the rest of the game goes over too quickly. They want more, but that's the nice thing, is that people enjoy it so much that they're like, but now I want more. And if you've spent the time to get a lot of this stuff mastered early on, and you do all the quests right, you might not find that there's a whole lot of replay value. Like, you don't necessarily want to go back and try for to do the quests poorly the next time.
Yeah.
Just to see what happens, right?
Ooh, you don't want to be hit in
So-
the head, though. That's bad. Hold on.
I did prefer to hit people in the head when I was playing.
No,
was my
but
preferred.
I'm about to lose a challenge, right? I'd rather be hitting the
I
arm
know.
than the head.
I know.
And there's no way to win, so I have to just accept the loss there.
With the Green Knight, you pretty much have to. Or in the neck, I guess, not the head, but you know,
Yeah.
got to cut his head off. So
Yeah, and here I can't make it. So I guess we take a leg. The other arm, maybe? Arm.
It's just a flesh wound.
yeah, your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Not.
Oh, Al.
I just want to see Spam-A-Lot. I want to go see sing Spam-A-Lot now.
Oh, do I surrender or do I keep fighting? We have a lot of spearmen.
In my spare time right now, I am reading Tim Curry's autobiography. It's delightful. I have not gotten up to Spam-A-Lot years yet, but I am looking forward to it. It is a delicious read, I will say.
All right, this looks good.
Okay.
This looks like it might work out.
Yeah, this is possible, right?
Yeah.
Man, I could
I don't have
go
anything
for a
for
horse like
him.
I want to eat one.
I think you've got Flaming Sword guy on the
I could eat a
ropes now.
horse.
So
This guy
yeah.
can't take any actions, it appears, though.
As I'm actually texting Joe about how I didn't eat dinner because I was recording.
Yeah,
And now,
only...
like, all I can think about is what I'm gonna eat.
Can I not take any
go-
actions with any of my other guys?
Can you go into your night actions?
I think he's offering to go get me something too. So it's
Because
like,
here's
what
the
should I?
pikemen, right?
What labor should I?
There's no options
Yeah.
here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was on a
gonna
weird
say.
menu. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
you
so
go.
here we go.
It does take a little fooling around to find some of the differences in options. I got stuck on a quest because I didn't realize that there were two sides of the spell book. And I was like, but that wasn't made clear. And then apparently it was, and I missed it. But that's the problem
Yeah.
sometimes when you're playing a game to write about it, not to play it.
Yeah. Let's take an action here. We're gonna go 20. Success.
Ask Joe to bring medieval times to you.
Take out. Can you DoorDash some medieval times? I think if you DoorDash
We don't
medieval
have-
times, they have to show up on a horse.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we don't have one. Like I think the closest one to me is Chicago. So
18 should still be good. No, it is
You
not.
can-
Believe me,
proper medieval dinner, like-
there are DoorDash drivers out there who would do that.
Okay, for extra tip, sure.
Yeah, exactly.
A bit.
All right, he is destabilized now.
Oh, thanks, y'all.
Can this guy do
I
it?
think the
is.
music's good too.
It's very good.
This is a
Yeah.
bop.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
For because this is my thing. Games with medieval or medievalist music is a thing of mine, and I do think that of all the games that actually use early music by early musicians, I mean, it's just terrific. It's really, really well done. And I mean, I love the Pentiment stuff. I love what Alchemy did with that. I love the fact that there are more period
sad.
instrumentalists and period players, period singers getting into stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's just great. As much as I enjoy going back and digging through old chant sound fonts to try to figure out, what sound library somebody was using in 1989 or 19 whatever, this is better. It's more fun.
Yes. Okay, 21 is a hit. Okay.
I think in general you're seeing also more and more early music people who are familiar with playing their instruments in more different contexts, especially because there are a lot of composers nowadays who are writing. I mean, I've done in the past 5 years or so, I've done a lot of gigs with newly composed music for old instruments. And I think more and more people are doing that, and it's and so more people who play, who do historically informed performance, who do period performance, are getting comfortable with playing all sorts of music on period instruments, and it really helps.
Yeah.
24
Super cool.
plus. In theory, this is possible. Yes. Okay. Good. Don't die. That's excellent.
Anthony, this is all. It's with a couple of exceptions. It's almost exclusively actual medieval music. That's what's used here. I mean, it ranges from the 12th to the 14th centuries, but so it's not it's not a narrow range, but it's all actual medieval music.
So cool.
Yeah.
The reason I became a musicologist was because of my medievalist professor in undergrad. Much love to David Rothenberg.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And his Marion Motet Jams article.
Mm-hmm. Which we have talked about it at length in over many a year.
I have taught it multiple times, and I have back then they did actual paper proofs for jams. He gave me a signed copy of the proof when I graduated. So I have his proof from when he published that, and then won the Einstein Award for it. What?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's a good article.
It's a really good article.
Mm-hmm.
This Marion Motet's from a particular era, or what's the focus? Or just Marion Motets through the ages?
He's like generically interested in kind of cult of Mary studies. So, as I recall, the article is that. But it's been a minute since I've read it.
Yeah, he was basically
Marian devotion.
This guy's done. This guy's done. This guy's done.
He kind of spans.
This guy really has nothing
I know his
to
book is
do.
1200 to 1500, right?
Yeah, the book is a big stretch, but this article, I thought it was the one where he was just focusing in on some select works, right?
These guys can do nothing. They're too far behind.
Yeah,
we end the turn.
It has been a minute.
I don't have it in my Zotero. I was gonna link it, but it's not. Shockingly, it's not in my Zotero.
Yeah, more recently I've read Flower of Paradise, so like I keep thinking of that one.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
know we've talked about that
the larger span. He might be tracing I think he's tracing a specific tenor, but in Marian works, right?
Yeah.
Is that article?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That sound.
Something
Right.
like that.
I'm not a huge fan of that sound, I'll be honest. But we're making the best of it.
Yeah.
All right. We
I
should
try
be
to
able
remember
to
how
thrust
we
and
did
be
that.
almost done. There we go. And these guys are not knights. They don't have to be honorable. So we can just stab him.
Yeah.
Love that for us.
I mean, do you really have any honor if you use a flaming sword? That's not...
Right?
Yeah. There you go. Take that.
This guy can move up now, finally. This guy will move up slightly.
2K. Oh, there it is. Marian symbolism of spring. 2K
Yeah.
studies. Yes. But it was still 1200 to 1500. I was like, I thought it was a pretty wide range, but it's a smaller number of examples. Let me put the DOI in the chat.
Yeah.
Great article.
All right.
DOI in the chat. Woo!
DOI.
DOI in the chat.
Doi.
Doi.
Alright.
I'm waiting for the day when a student goes, "What's the doi?" on that.
Yay.
And I'll be like, I feel like I'm back in the 80s. And also, what? No, this is not.
It's like in New Girl when Nick says, "I refuse to pay for the Wi-Fi." Now I'm just looking at what were my favorite things to read/teach when I did that one early music past and present course at Hart.
Yeah, that was a great class.
That was fun. I let them vote on the entire class. Like I had 3 sections, and however for like 4 weeks of each, and they had to like duke it out and fight for like which topics, because I had something like 30 topics prepared. And so it was just like, well, what do you guys want to do? I will do all of them.
Yeah.
So if I taught it again, I could teach like the other 15 that I didn't do.
Yeah.
And still get a like totally new class.
I might take a similar, well, not entirely a similar strategy, but I might have student input into what repertory we do when I do my notation class in the spring.
Yeah, it was because I just got too excited when I was built, because I'm like, I don't get to do this stuff. I'm always doing 20th century things. So I just like built such a huge bibliography, and then I was like, crap, too much. What if they vote on it?
Yeah.
One of the favorites for the entire class was the week that we did musical borrowing, and we read Anne Walters Robertson's Savior, the Woman, and the Head of the Dragon and the Caput Masses and Motet. I was like, this is long, but it's so worth it. It's like the coolest piece of like forensic, like
she's done some really interesting stuff. Yeah.
She
was the one that did the whole the Misa se la face pal is about the Shroud of Turin.
No, don't move.
Really?
That kind of thing. That was her speculation. Now, whether or not it's 100% proof, but she makes a pretty interesting case that the Shroud of Turin would have been taken out. I forget if she says it was because it was a Jubilee year or because there was a certain event coming around, but every once in a while they would take the different relics on a little trip around the local areas to be venerated. Yeah. And that we know Dufay was in Italy around that area at the time that this mass was written, and that it's likely he would have seen the shroud, and the way that the reliquary was built meant that the only thing you would see out of that visible of the shroud was the face. You wouldn't have seen the rest of the cloth. You would have just seen the face, and that, it stands to reason that that might have been the incentive for him to take a piece of this secular song that he had written decades earlier and borrow it for this occasion rather than the expected piece of plain chant. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know that we can say that it's 100% certain.
Oh, who gets the infernal sword is going to be an interesting thing.
Yeah, that was a fun one because we had folks doing kind of like music and media studies that were interested in medievalism, but it wasn't their main thing. But there also needed to be like some legit medievalism, but also Hart has such a good conservatory, so there were a lot of performers who are scared of musicology in general. So a third of the class was just straight up like off the deep end, read this intense like Tuscany early musicology of the medieval, right? we read at least one.
It's the best adjective.
What
Tuscany
did we
Tuscany.
read?
I like that.
We read the Antoine Benoit and the Lomar May tradition. Also jams.
Yeah. That's a good one.
We read Kenneth Levy. We read a different David Rothenberg. Oh, that one was good too. The Gate That Carries Christ, wordplay and liturgical imagery in a motet from circa 1300. That was real good. We really liked that one. But then the second third of the course was performance practice specifically because I knew the performers would like go, oh good, finally. And they did. They absolutely were like, this is my section. I can talk now. Even though a lot of them weren't like early music performers specifically, they still felt more at home with it. And then the last third of the course was medievalism in media, and so we watched like A Knight's Tale and stuff. Like we talked about, Monty Python and stuff like that.
Yeah. This would have been the perfect game for that class.
I know. I'm trying to remember, did we do video games? Let's look. This wasn't that long ago, so it's possible, but I just don't remember. I think we read
you did
your.
because you asked me about it. We
Yeah,
I,
let me
I,
look.
blah, blah, blah. I feel like we had that. We had moments because you were drawing on some stuff, but it wasn't a huge part of the class.
Read some Haynes, Elizabeth Randall Upton.
Yeah.
That's fun because that's where we got to do the Monty Python.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. At least we finally got to the round table.
Yep. Here it is.
Oh,
Yay!
Yep.
With
that's what.
And the sword and the stone
Look at
broke,
the
and then Merlin was given
topography.
Excalibur.
Oh, it wasn't music, but we read Carol Robinson's Neo-Medievalism in a Vortex of Discourse, Film, Television, and Digital Games as like kind of a setup to that section. And I loved the word vortex. It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to know everything.
She does interesting stuff.
Amazing. But yeah, first night, A Knight's Tale, and Black Knight. That was a fun week that we looked at those. A lot of John Haynes in here, just like because there's a little bite-sized stuff in the Haynes you can pull out.
Yeah.
So it was nice to be like, here, read this tiny section of Haynes along with the whatever the actual article is. DAC. Oh yeah, we did your DACRA and video game stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. And we paired it with James Deville's Evil Medieval. That was good. And then
It's a
we
good
read you
article.
again. We did your Civ 4 article.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And your
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think your Assassin's Creed stuff was out yet, or it was like still like in process. Because we
Yeah.
read a different thing on neo-medievalism and the epic in Assassin's Creed. It was really good.
Nice.
But yeah. Oh,
All
that
right,
was a
we'll
fun
go
class.
on an
I would teach
adventure,
that class
team.
again.
I love the 2D art style in the 3D space aesthetic of this, by the way. You notice the camera pans,
Yeah.
right? All of this exists in a three-dimensional
Yeah.
space, even though, I don't know, I really like this.
I like the topography of the map and also the dragon.
Did you see the light coming off the candelabra in the back too? Those are
Yeah,
great. Like
yeah.
the stylized sort of like little light halos.
Yeah.
I love
Yes,
light.
I also like a game that cites its literary sources for you.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes. Oh, good.
All right.
I'm just reading that Dufay turns his chair around backwards and sits
Yeah.
down in his youth pastor voice. Amazing.
All right. Sir Bedivere has no sixes, therefore you are useless for this.
You now have Excalibur and also a wife. Look, the prologue was getting long already.
We saw him pull it
It's
out of the
true.
sword. We saw him pour the sword out of the stone. That was the thing
Wait.
that happened.
What do I do if I don't
know.
want this guy
long.
assigned? Oh, okay. Click the
Takes
quest
them
one
a
again.
while.
Good.
It's a good book, though. I kind of want to like read it again at some point because I read it kind of young, so I don't think I
maybe.
caught everything.
I
And
really like
remember, I was in 8th grade when I read it.
Shira's improvised interpolations on Senor Sachets here, which of course is one of the great Crusader songs, which is
Yeah.
kind of interesting. This is where you're starting here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just noodle around. We're
All
not,
right.
We're not on crusade per se.
Yeah.
We're thinking about it.
We're thinking about a crusade.
Okay, can
we
go.
did get that several times where he sort of like, so take this phrase of the piece, whatever we're doing, and then
Oh.
improvise on it a little bit. We did do some of that, so yeah.
It takes such a knowledge of the repertory and such a skill to improvise in that style. That
Yeah, sure is really good at it.
yeah.
I guess
They
Arthur
picked the
can
right folks
go.
for this, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, he cannot go. Okay, fine. This guy can go. Folklore, subterfuge. We need one more enchantery. Orpheus.
But yeah, because I went to Case for undergrad, so I was like surrounded by early music. I wrote my undergraduate thesis on Joscan, actually.
Yeah.
And it's available on the internet. It's like open access on the internet. I don't know at what point it got digitized, but suddenly it popped up. I was like, this is just here now forever.
Yeah.
To train the AI.
Yeah,
Things
to
like
train
that.
the AI, exactly.
Oh.
Things like that live on the internet. Phew.
Yep. I said it to Jordan. He said, "Hey, for an undergrad paper, wasn't that bad." Yeah, I looked at a motet setting a text from the Aeneid. So, and I did not know what I was doing because I had not had pretonal theory.
Oh.
But I did my best.
Okay, seek out all the male children of noble ancestry and kill them all.
Yeah. Without exception. How many could there be?
Throughout
Does it matter?
There's no like birth
just wanna know
certificate.
the-
You just
the
say your
amount.
kid was born on
Yeah.
May 2nd.
I know. Just be like, what?
Yeah.
Absolutely a May 2nd kid. Can't you tell? By this potato.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Great. Our honor gets lowered because I refuse to kill all the boys.
Yep. Yeah.
Where were you when Herod was on his bullshit, man?
Wrong century.
I know. Herod needed a you to be a conscientious objector. And then get like beheaded or some such shit.
All I wanted. Oh, this is pretty.
So was that the Josquin setting of Dulcis Exuviae? Is that the one? Yeah, that's a fantastic one.
Yep.
Mouton's really good
Right.
too, but I like the Josquin.
Why would I want to skip the cutscene?
And I do my diligence. I mention all the other settings, right?
Oh, there we get a little more vocals.
That's
There
right.
we
I'm
go.
glad we got one more vocal piece before the end here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Those vocal ornaments. Ugh.
All the ornaments, right? Like the
Yeah,
vocal
but-
ornaments have also been impeccable.
The vocal ornaments as a singer stand out to me the most because they makes it clear, you'd know how much more difficult they are.
I really enjoyed the rigging and the animation states on that deer.
Man, we're like 2 quests into the round table, and so far all they've asked us to do is stab stuff.
Yeah.
At least this one's only a deer. No, not
Except
gonna
for
happen.
now, big red guy has come along.
Yeah, exactly.
Why such fright? He mocks our hero. Why such fright? Now, answer this, my clever son.
Yeah, they left all the little beasts in there.
Desire.
It's really funny.
Speak up this
Yeah.
minute. Don't delay, or you'll be
Honestly, I
paralyzed
think
this
that,
day.
I don't know
or
if they
you'll
did
be
that on purpose
paralyzed
or not,
this
but it's
day.
such a cute little touch.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Reply, the giant does so terrify, such mighty girth, what piercing arm. Our poor man fears his
What does a
enemy
woman
is
desire
nigh.
most?
Our poor man fears his
Agency.
enemy is nigh.
Yeah, that's not going to be the right answer in medieval times, though.
Autonomy.
Why not, right?
Bodily integrity.
I am Lord, and you shall perish by my sword.
Pockets,
You
yes,
shall
Jordan is
perish
correct. I want
by my
pockets.
sword.
The pockets is the right answer. What does a woman most want?
Has pockets is.
I remember one of the early things I wrote on social media to a whole bunch of folks, but a number of prominent ladies in the field, was that I have an octave of pocket in my blue jeans.
Yeah, that's a classic. Octave pocket. I still measure my pockets in like piano key lengths because of you. I've done that where I'll reach in and I'll be like, look at four.
Let them all learn of their man's plight.
Lady Bechtel was one of Guinevere's attendants, I'm pretty sure.
To your castle and there wait. It will be gruesome, the demand.
Gruesome.
Very good master, this is wise. Very good master, this is wise. Our man is left to his vile fate, for he is helpless in this state. Gromer heaves him up like a sack. The creature's gone when he looks back. The creature's gone when he looks back.
Bye-bye, Sir Kay.
The group now has 3 members.
That's not going to help the cohesion.
No.
But it's acceptable.
Yeah.
That's a step down from good, though.
Yeah.
But it ain't bad. Sometimes it could be. Like, you could be like, man, nobody got along. They took out that guy and everybody's happy now.
Sir Robin. They ate Robin's minstrels.
Yeah.
There you go, exactly. That improved cohesion for sure.
Sir Robin.
Now, atop the hill,
Yes.
our knights are worried, finding no trace of their companion. They sense some misfortune and call off the hunt. Observing
Look on
his
the ground, guys.
surroundings,
That's
our hero
right.
discovers on the bare earth path a precious ring, shining golden in the sun.
And the horse appears. Poof.
Well, it was invisible, so you could see behind it. Like when you're playing Smash and you're inside the building and the wall goes away.
Hey, we've got
Except it's a horse.
dissolving horses. We've got to have spontaneously incorporating horses too.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
They have to
That
come back
works.
from somewhere.
Yeah.
Quantum
They
horses.
have ridden
They're
through
quantum
it.
horses.
Despite the season,
Clearly.
no bird song enlivens this
Yes, Jordan, true.
desolate place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
he was the one that was like,
That's a good point. They
Isn't that our big
should
brother?
have improved our cohesion for that.
I will say the horses look better in full regalia. Horses are so weird. Like, they're better drawn than the cats, but they're still a little uncanny valley because they're more animated.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Glass-like skin. Straight and
Oh.
proud, the man approaches, clad in his helmet and carrying his weapons.
All right. Let's see what's happening with this guy, and then we might have to call it.
Calls out to our heroes.
People on glass
Gentlemen,
horses.
He says,
Right.
"Deign to help a poor
Shouldn't
knight.
throw.
I
Yeah.
cannot leave this
Horseshoes.
cursed place,
Yeah.
So I beg you to grant me a single combat. It would indeed be improper to fight without introducing oneself. But
Oh,
the
is he a
man
ghost?
cannot. He's most sorry for this.
Or he's a
But
spirit,
he no
maybe.
longer
The blue
knows his
coloring.
name. His
Yeah.
memory is
And he's see-through.
almost entirely gone.
Ghost night.
Indeed, remembering
Spooky.
Moments, he feels the disgrace of one shamed by failing in his duty. He confidently confirms that he has not seen any knights.
All right.
around
Sorry,
him.
hasn't seen Sir Kay.
The ghost madly struck at a being of inordinate size with his sword. I do not know what I wanted from him.
Oh, hey, I wonder if it's
How
that
he
dude that
felt
carried off
about
our
me.
friend.
Right.
I do remember, though.
He was
that
inordinately
I had
sized.
to save. He pauses. Save someone dear to me. Damn
Okay, and
my
he lost and
memory.
died.
My
Sure, let's do it.
ghostly knight loudly proclaims his happiness that this fight is beginning and that the duel must stop at the first blood spilled. The two combatants take their positions.
You know what? You can go first, dude. I'm gonna use a low card and hope for a big draw. Oh, never mind.
Doo-doo.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 away. 3 in, 3 in. I think.
Trot, trot, trot.
No, I was one too many. Rats.
Wait.
It's okay, though. 22 feels okay. Yeah.
Sarah, is Worf Effect a Star Trek reference?
It might be. Yes, I think so.
Because you were just saying to Elizabeth and I earlier that you were not that familiar with Trek lore.
I am
you're more
not.
Star Wars.
But I lurk on TV tropes a lot.
So
Here,
is this the idea that Worf was more likable
Excellent.
in TNG than in Deep Space Nine?
No, this is how you show that the new guy is scary is by making him like beat the shit out of like somebody that used to be strong.
All right, how do we pick up the rest of the team here? There we go. Nothing? Just random
But it
encounter
is
with
from
the
Star
ghost?
Trek.
Opens onto a thicket and a scattering of trees dappled with light. At the edge of a pond, a majestic horse with a flaming
More
mane contemplates his reflection in the water troubled by the breeze.
I'm gonna read up on the Worf Effect.
I think I caught that horse in Breath of the Wild. It took like a lot of stamina.
Our knight is in no hurry, as he does not wish to frighten the magnificent steed. But as he tries to approach, the horse rears up and forcefully drives
I like
him back.
other examples of the Worf Effect are Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z and Wolverine from X-Men.
Nice.
Our knight is in no hurry,
Yeah.
as he does not wish to frighten the magnificent steed. But as he tries to approach,
Right.
the horse rears
I
up
want to
and
keep playing this a long
forcefully
time, but
drives
we are
him
at 11
back.
o'clock, and I want to respect everybody's time. This is gorgeous. I love everything about this.
Yeah.
It's so nice. You know, one of the things we all know to be true of me that know me is that my aesthetic is overcommitment to a bit, hence Christmas in July. And so when a video game commits to a very specific aesthetic, particularly when it's not just going along with AAA
Say
hyperrealism,
goodbye.
The road continues on into a humble
Sorry.
village where water
I
and door
tend to
walls
fall
protect
hook, line, and
against the
sinker
heat
for
of
it.
the
So
sun.
like, and it doesn't have to be similar. Like this, you know, Cuphead, Scarlet Deer Inn just launched. That's the one where all of the sprite work is embroidered.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like give me Gree, right, with the watercolor. Like give me that type of strong artistic direction and through line where it goes to the music and everything else, and I fall in love. So I'm so pleased with this.
Yeah, this one in particular is like, and this is not in any way meant to be a knock on the quality, but a compliment. This is aspirational for students in the sense that this type of artwork seems like something that undergraduate art students can know how to do, as opposed to multi-billion-dollar 3D production with lighting effects, which requires a team of dozens or hundreds of people to pull off the aesthetic. That this is something a team of people can get done, and it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Because the big investment.
I was just gonna say I don't think you could plug this into a large language model and get AI to replicate this look. I don't think there's any way you could.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so either. For what it's worth, I'm also not convinced you could say, make me a game that looks like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and it would come out looking well. I just don't think the
that's
tech
true.
is there.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that a relatively small team can unite around a common aesthetic and put something cool together.
Yeah. And this took years, though. I mean, they worked on this for years and years and years.
Well, we've had
honestly-
relatively little asset reuse in the visuals so far. And the same is also true of the music, that We have heard far more pieces than we would have absolutely had to hear if we wanted to strip down to what is the bare minimum number of things possible to deliver a product. We're well above that here. This is just a wealth of music and a wealth of different art assets, even in the backgrounds as well.
Yeah. And every quest, like the music is going to change a little bit. You're going to have different sounds. You're going to have different ear cons, since we brought up that word. All sorts of things. And I love that it evolves as you progress through the game. It's not like there's just like one background track that keeps on looping throughout everything.
And there are games I like where I'm like, I have to turn the music off because like I can't.
No, this is great. This is awesome. Dan, thank you so much. This was so great for you to be here with us.
Sure, I'm glad I could be here for this one. This was
this was
great.
really nice.
Stunning
work. You.
Stunning work. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Drop the soundtrack.
Drop
I need it now.
I'll use my completely non-existent influence. Yeah, I have no influence on the developers at all, but I'll see if I can poke the devs a little.
Maybe if you should have leak their emails to like just our crowd, and we'll start sending them.
Just
like, hey, I'd love to see a soundtrack.
What if you showed up at their house with some of your bagpipes?
No, terrible idea. Oh my gosh.
I generally, if you try and cross the Canadian border with bagpipes, they take them away at the border. This has been my experience anyway. So, I mean, fair enough.
Can they recognize a sham on site?
Shams, I don't know. Yeah, I did once make a border crossing at a very small border crossing it was actually on a First Nations thing this was going across into Michigan. From Ontario, called Algonac, and we had not intended to cross the border there. And we had a VL in a case that looked like it could have had a missile launcher in it or something. And they were very suspicious and made everybody get out of the van and approached it with great care and opened this case very carefully. Like I think they were just about to call the bomb squad, and then there was a VL in there. So
that's incredible.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
There's a like violence joke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, when we had the border crossing, because three of us went to Niagara a couple months ago, and when we crossed to the Canadian border, they were very interested in all of like the sound equipment and cases in the back of the van.
Oh yeah,
I bet. Yeah.
And Sarah like over-explained, but like charmingly.
That's unsurprising.
Yes.
She was like telling them like every single thing about the conference we had just been at, and like oh yeah, and there was a recital. He was interested though. He was like, she's like, here's my card. You could like look this stuff up.
So when we came back, they were like, did you bring anything? Did you buy anything while you were in Canada? And I was like, yeah, poutine, but I ate it.
Yeah.
They were like, that's not
like a 5-year-old.
That also
I'm extremely literal, okay?
Yeah. It made me
and look at the Bubba.
All right.
But I ate it.
I'm going to let everybody in chat get to bed, and I'm going to say thanks again to Dan for joining us. You were a delight.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and we'll see all the rest of you next week. Bye, team.
That's good.
What are we doing? Do we know?
No, surprise to come.
Be on a field trip, Dana.
Yeah, you're not doing anything.
Right.
You're out of town.
We're on a field trip.
I'm doing whatever I want without you. Blech.
Have fun.
Okay. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next week.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.